Well, nobody's looking at this, which is perfectly okay. I don't need anybody to look at this, but I think I settled on a final draft for my Torah portion for Parashat Naso to do tonight. And I'll start it at 30 seconds going so I can make sure again that this is 5.5 minutes, which is Rabbi Stephen Blaine's rule at the Jewish Spiritual Leaders Institute for those of us becoming rabbis. So I'll start at 30. And he starts everything with Shabbat Shalom. What's in a name? Ancient spells say names have power. If you know someone's true name, you have magical power over them. Judaism has a long tradition of reverence for names, calling out honors in the names of parents as an aliyot, and blessing God's biggest name, Yud He Vav He, with such power that the writing down of it in permanent form must be buried or burned, but never thrown away to rot. So it's interesting that the angels, the malachim, who get all kinds of names in Jewish tradition and Kabbalah, often don't get names in some of the most famous encounters in the Bible. That's what seems to happen in this week's Haftarah from the book of Judges. An angel comes to deliver news about how the mother of future Jewish hero Samson must abstain from intoxicants and impure food while she's pregnant, like a person who's taken on a special vow, a Nazirite. Politely, Samson's dad tries to be a good, grateful host to this angel, offering food. No, the angel says, I can't stay, I can't eat, and if you're going to present a burnt offering, offer it to the Lord. But Samson's future father, Mano, persists. What is your name? We should like to honor you when your words come true. The angel said to him, you must not ask for my name. It is unknowable. A more literal translation of this entire line, Lama ze tish'al lishmi? Why ask my name? Vehu Feli. And the name is, and it is Feli. Well, that word is a problem. Well, it's not a problem. It's actually a hapax legomenon. And yes, I had to look that up to figure out how to pronounce it. A word that shows up only once in a body of literature in a particular context. By one calculation, there's 1,480 hapax legomena out of a total of 8,679 distinct words used in the Tanakh. But by studying Hebrew roots, shorashim, and suffixes and prefixes, that list dwindles from 1,480 to 400. And Feli is one of the 400. Biblical dictionaries try to translate it as wonderful, marvelous, and miraculous, and incomprehensible. So the angel's name could be miraculous, but also mysterious. So how are we to understand the not understandable? Well, maybe, back to the ancient magic, this Malach Adonai, angel of the Lord, is refusing to give human beings the power of understanding God in God's name. Rashi, in the 11th century, hints at that as he says, Feli means mystical, concealed, or changing. So the angel's identity remains unknown on any given day. Some midrash, outside the Bible stories, seem to follow Rashi's thinking in imagining angels get called up for missions and then disappear when the mission is over. In the 12th century Bamidbar Rabbah, it is written that the angel says, you need not ask my name, as ultimately you will never see me again. An angel is a job. A job is an angel. An angel ceases or changes when the job is done. And that seems, smaller than the grandiosity of our vision of angels. We all think that angels are great, but maybe human beings are better. We all have an enduring name. And in a lifetime, that name follows us as we do many missions, many mitzvot, many good deeds, many blessings again and again and again throughout a life. We are different than one and done angels. We Jews, unlike angels, are not called to die or disappear after our work is done. We are not asked, with very, very few exceptions, to die for God, but to live for God. To be born into this life, to be named, and to again and again wrestle with ourselves, wrestle with the world, wrestle with God, like Jacob, who wrestled with an angel who refused to be named and got a name out of it, Yisrael. We, like Jacob, then Israel, are called for holy job upon holy job upon holy job, because we are to be holy like God, not like an angel, one and done. Yes, human beings, and Jews among them, are born to die, because that is how the circle of life goes. But unlike the angels, we are called to live, to go on together as the Jewish community. We, the entire Jewish people, do not ever blink out of existence. The job done. Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish people live. Od Avinu Chai, our Father, our God still lives. Unlike the word Feli, we know for sure what those words mean. And our tradition knows, and God knows, and meant it so. Shabbat Shalom. It's about 5.5 minutes. Doesn't really get to a point. I don't think it tells you something you're supposed to do. But it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed it in some way. Whether it's Shabbat or not, Shabbat Shalom.